Hello everyone. Today we will discuss some problems on degree of freedom. Number one is, if a particle is moving in three-dimensional space, remember that its degree of freedom is 3. Number 2, if there is no restriction, r is equal to 0, and a particle is moving in, if restriction is 0 and there are n number of particles are moving in three-dimensional space, then degree of freedom will be equal to 3 into n. Here 3 is for three-dimensional space and n is number of particles. In case of two-dimensional space, the degree of freedom will be 2n. 2 is for two-dimensional space and n is for number of particles. Number 3, if a point is moving, on a straight line or on a curved surface, on a curved line, not surface, then its degree of freedom always will be, this is your point, this line may be a straight line or it may be in the form of a curve, so its degree of freedom in this case always will be 1. Fourth point is, if a particle is moving on the surface of a closed loop, let us consider it is a circle and a particle is moving on the surface of the circle, then its degree of freedom will be 1, because here you know that for a circle it is you can assume it is your x-axis and it is your y-axis and it is the center, and let us say its distance from O to A is capital R, or it will be its radius, and for this point you can consider your coordinates x and y. So for a circle you know that your x square plus y square is equal to r square. Here you know that r is your constant, so it is a restriction. Here degree of freedom will be, if you have to find, suppose you have to find y, then your y will be equal to plus minus root r square minus x square. You see here that your x is here only independent coordinate, it is your constant, so y will be here a dependent coordinate, so here degree of freedom will be 1. Now fifth case is, if a particle is moving on a flat surface, it is a two-dimensional flat surface, this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, here somewhere here, then its degree of freedom will be 2, because here to specify its position you need 2 coordinates and both the coordinates are independent. So here degree of freedom will be 2. The sixth case we can consider, if a particle is moving on a spherical surface. Suppose this is a sphere and it is the center of this sphere, and you can make 3 axes. This is your x-axis, this is your y-axis, and this is your z-axis. It is the center, suppose. Now if your particle is moving on the surface of the sphere, you know that its coordinate will be x, y, z at an instant. So for a sphere, you know that there is a relation that is x square plus y square plus z square is equal to r square, always from the spherical coordinate system. Now here you can find either x or y or z. So if you find your z, then it becomes plus minus r square minus x square minus y square. Here you see that your r is constant, x and y you can assume as independent coordinates, so z will be a dependent coordinate. So here your degree of freedom it will be 2. Next problem is, if two particles are moving on a, this is a very important problem, if two particles are moving on a closed loop, this is suppose your particle 1 and this is suppose particle number 2, and these two particles are joined by a spring. If two particles are moving on a closed loop and they are joined by a spring, then their degree of freedom will be, you have to remember this, that degree of freedom will be if you use the formula for degree of freedom here, because it is a your closed loop is 2-dimensional case, so here your formula will be 2n minus k. N is number of particles and k is restriction. So here degree of freedom will be 2 into 2 minus 0. For a spring, you have to always remember that your k is always 0 for spring. So here degree of freedom will be 4. Next is, if the two particles again are moving on a closed loop, but this time they are joined by a rigid string. This is your string. So what will be the degree of freedom in this case? Here you may think that degree of freedom in this case will also be 4, but it is not, because here we have considered a string. In that case it was a spring. Okay, a string is its length is fixed, or the distance between the two particles is always going to be constant. So here your degree of freedom will be 2 into 2 minus 1, and that is equal to 3. A closed loop, you have to remember that it is always considered as a two-dimensional case. Next is, this is again a very important, you have to remember this, that if for big objects if they are moving in three-dimensional space, and if there is no rotation, then their degree of freedom is same as the degree of freedom of a single particle. So in three-dimensional space, you know that the degree of freedom of a single particle is 3. So the big object you can consider as a single particle. Now you can take an example. Suppose in three-dimensional space there are placed 20 particles. Then what will be their degree of freedom? You may think that degree of freedom will be 60, but it is not the case. The degree of freedom will be 3. If there is, it is important that if there is no rotation. Thank you.